Welcome back to my channel. This is Times with Inchara and hope you all are doing good. So before starting this video, let me ask you a question. So what's today's topic? I think many of you have guessed it by reading today's video's caption or today's thumbnail. So many have guessed you like that, but some didn't get that even after reading that. So for that, let me tell you that today is National Protein Day. Yes, you heard it right, because today is 27th of Feb. So you guys guessed it right, exactly right now. That is, today is topic is protein. Yes, you guys just heard it exactly right. Once again, I'm telling it. And as you all got to know that today's topic is protein, now let's start with the video. Actually, first, before starting this video, I want to tell you a thing. That is everyone's myth. I think if I take 100% of the people, 50 will say protein is only to build muscles. No, never. That's the biggest myth in everyone's head. Almost in 50% of the people's head. So this is the biggest myth I think everyone has heard about. But no, actually protein is for our whole body. Our whole body requires protein. So in this video, you're gonna get to know that where and how our body requires protein. What is the work of protein in our body? It's a very big topic. I can't tell everything in this video, but I can tell it by one another video and one another video. For that, if you want to know that, do subscribe and like to my channel. If you subscribe, you will get all the notifications when I post the video. So there will be other parts of protein topic in next videos, in next upcoming videos. But for today, let's concentrate on a bit. Okay, so when I speak about protein, many of you think that protein is essential, but some of you think protein is only to build muscles. As I said it before, many people think that protein is only to build muscles. Not actually, it's a myth, as I said it before. So now that what is the fact, then what is fact of protein? So when I speak about the fact in a one line, that protein is required to our whole body. If you think, yes, our whole body needs protein to balance its days. Why? I'll just tell a few things about why our body needs protein. Just 1 or 2 minutes. In next 1 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you're gonna learn where, when, and how our body needs protein. For the first, protein is very important in our body because every cells or tissues are made up of protein. Yes, you heard it right. Cells and tissues are very important to form a organ. So yeah, so that's the reason why protein is very important in our body. That's the first point. If we think about the second one, many of you might have been heard that protein is everything important. Yes, you heard it right. And why it is important? The second point is our body creates chemicals and many other hormones. I think you all have heard about it. Yes, actually our bodies, every hormones and many of the chemicals require protein to form the hormones or chemicals what need to be produced. Protein is very much important in this case for our body. Actually, every cell in our body is made of protein. Actually, protein is also very important to keep us healthy. Our nails are made up of protein, our hairs are made up of protein. If you want to keep your skin healthy, you need protein. But protein is not only in one way. Protein is in many ways. There are many certain types of protein. Like if you go on types of protein, you get casein protein, you get normal soy protein, you get whey protein, and many types of proteins are there. Actually, you have heard that protein are muscles. Like protein helps build muscles. Yes, you heard it right, but not only the one reason, as I said it before. actually how muscle gets built in the help of protein. I'm just gonna explain it in a short line, but this is not a complete way I explain. It's just the half, because if I continue a lot here, then video will get a lot much extended. So actually why protein is important for muscle building, because as we consume protein or any carbohydrates or everything, as it goes inside our body takes separates everything, proteins, fats, carbohydrates, like that. Proteins, as it immediately goes inside our stomach, after few times, after few hours of consuming food, it becomes into amino acids and it will be supplied to muscles where the muscles get formed. So that's the reason we say muscles are made up of protein. So this was a short summary on protein. I think after this your myth has been flied away that protein is only to build muscles. So if you have it still, please remove it from your mind, because protein is not only to build muscles. Yes, you heard it right. So that was our summary or a topic on protein. This was very short, but now you guys will ask how we can get protein, where we can get protein, and what are the best ways of consuming protein. Yes, there are two sources of protein where you can get from. One is vegetarian and another one is non-vegetarian. Some are vegetarians like me, those who only consume veg foods, and some are non-vegetarians. Those also get many options for consuming protein, and vegetarians also get many options for consuming protein. So now let me give some examples for those. First, let me speak about the veg sources of protein, where you can get protein in the veg source. The very main source of protein is soya and chia seeds, flax seeds, and paneer, cheese, and many other milk products, and some seeds, nuts, and everything. And many more things are there on the side of vegetarian. So when I come to the non-veg side, there are also many kinds of proteins there. There you can have eggs and milk, lean meat, and chicken, and many others. So these are some sources of protein from both the sides, both vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So some are vegetarian, those who can't balance protein. But even when we speak about the vegetarian protein and the non-vegetarian proteins, some ingredients are harmful, or they doesn't get adjusted to some people's body. Like some will be having lactose intolerance, some will be having gluten intolerance, and many things like that. And some people even can't bear the protein in the soy. So actually when you need to consume the right protein, you need to check that is that isolated, is that fit for my body. In outside or in gym, everywhere you get a lot types of protein, you get a lot of proteins, but those proteins are not safe for you, because it contains creatine, which is very bad for your body. You need not to take those, because they're not good for your body. I know this, so I'm sharing with you guys. But why I always prefer Herbalife nutrition is because the protein there used does not contain any unisolated soya or anything else. There we isolate everything by how can I say that, like if you take the box of Herbalife nutrition, there you can see when you see the ingredients, you can see isolated protein, isolated milk, isolated whey concentrate. Such ingredients can be seen on those ingredients side when you check our Herbalife Formula 1 or protein. Why I suggest them is, now I think you got it, because they all isolated and how they need to our body. So that's why it's important to consume the right way of protein, and the right way of eating protein helps you build muscles, keep your body healthy, or keep your skin healthy, keep your hairs healthy, long, thick, and strong. So now when I speak about protein, when I come to veg source, we have lentils and etc. But some people, if you have, not some people, everyone if everyone have everyday lentils or dal, something like that, they can be get allergic by some like uric acid. There can be a very adverse effect in uric acid, because this was the recipe of the day and the information of the day, the topic of the day, whatever you can tell. So here we will end our video, and this was helpful, I think. And I'm really sorry I couldn't upload videos from last 1 month. I'm really sorry for that. I was busy on a side, and my health was not that good, so I just had a small break from YouTube. This will not happen in the future, but I'm really sorry for the small gap in between of 1 month. So yeah, I'm really sorry for that. And when we come back to our recipe and our today's topic, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and do subscribe to my channel, because there are many other parts of protein, why it is important, other proteins and everything. So there are gonna come many other recipes, many other informations on proteins, fibers and everything. So if you wanna know it, do subscribe and leave a comment below so that I can know you. If you try this recipe, then take a pic of that and post it in the Instagram and tag me. So yeah, that's all for our video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. So guys, now for preparing cutlets, whatever we need, or what are the ingredients we need for preparing cutlet is, we need these peanuts and some brown chanas, and we need some moong dal and soaked oats, and we also need urad dal, and this is Bengal gram which I have soaked, and this is also some soaked green gram, and this is chana dal, and this is 3 tablespoons of oil for our whole recipe, and this one is suji or rava, whatever you say, semolina, whatever. And this one is cottage cheese or paneer, and here we have our coriander leaves or cilantro, and here we also have ginger, some chopped ginger, finely chopped ginger, and we have our green chilies, we have
so
our
here
basil,
we have our curry leaves.
Yeah, many people say curry patta also. We also have some tomatoes which are not that cooked, I mean like they're raw. Yeah, I can say that they're raw. And for the spices, we have some salt, some turmeric powder, and some red chili powder, and some chaat masala. So these are the ingredients what we need. So now what we are gonna do is, we are gonna give this kabuli chana and this brown chana and this green gram open cook. So we are gonna cook it for around 20 minutes in an open flame. So now I'm gonna do 3 days, so I'm gonna do these 3 like that, and now after this we will see what we can do with this. Okay, so now let's start by cooking this. Guys, now I have kept these. I am visualing them. I'm cooking them in the pressure cooker. You can also open boil them, but I need them to be a bit very well cooked. So I'm gonna cook it in the cooker. If you want them kind of chunky, you can also cook it in open flame. Actually, these green grams are not completely soaked, so I'm gonna cook them in the pressure cooker for around 2 to 3 whistles. For this, I have added some salt and some turmeric, so for a good color. So this is what I'm gonna keep it for whistling now. So I'm whistling this for 3 whistles. Okay guys, so meanwhile it's getting cooked, we are gonna make a crust paste. We are gonna just crush it, or like just some crumbles, or we're not gonna make a fine paste of moong dal. So here I'm adding all the moong dal. Oops. And here I also have the soaked Bengal gram. Everything is soaked, whatever I've taken is completely soaked. And I'm also taking these peanuts, which are also soaked, and some urad, what I have soaked before. So I'm just gonna make I'm gonna make them, just crush them like some crumbles. So that's what I'm gonna do with them. So guys, meanwhile that is getting cooked. Now we are gonna make the dough for our cutlets. For the first, I am taking soaked oats here. So meanwhile it's getting cooked. It's getting cooked. So now let's make the dough for that. For the first, I have taken 2 tablespoons of soaked oats, and what this the puree. I made a puree of not a puree.
Okay guys, so now for the first here I have taken 2 tablespoons of soaked oats, and for that I'm adding the coarse paste of those lentils. So here we go. Yeah, now it's done. So this is the paste what we made, and this is oats. At this side have taken 1/4 cup of suji or semolina, and with that I'm also gonna add these green chilies. So here goes green chilies. Actually I have taken 3 green chilies which are very smallly chopped, finely chopped. Okay, so I have also added cut ginger, and here I'm also adding these coriander leaves. After this I'm adding these tomatoes which are not completely red. Okay, so after that I'm gonna add some oil, just around half a teaspoon of oil for making our cutlets crispy. Okay, so we are done with the oil. Actually I have not taken the refined oil here. Here I have taken the groundnut oil, and after that we are gonna add these cottage cheese or paneer. Yo, here we go with it. Now I'm also gonna add this remaining basil, and here we go. Now let's continue with the cooking, and here my all chana and everything is done, chana green gram, so everything is done. So now again I'm gonna make a paste of that. Please don't add any water while doing this because they're already moist, and if you are immediately remove it from the cooker, please leave it aside to get cool down, otherwise it will get spread everywhere and everywhere. So now I will grind this and I'll meet you. So guys, after grinding those 3 grams here you can see that it's completely well grinded. So now I'm also gonna add this with this. So yeah. So guys, now after grinding those 3 here, I got this, and now let's add this here. So yeah, we are done with it. Now I'll mix this and then meet you. So guys, now as you can see here, it's done. So my batter is done. So now let's make these cutlets. Actually I have an easy method of doing this. I just roll them up and just use the katora or a cookie cutter to cut this in a small shape. I will show you how it will be done. Okay guys, so now here I have kept a pan, and for that I'm adding 1.5 teaspoon of oil for making our cutlets, for cooking our cutlets. And now I'm spreading the oil all over. Actually we want our cutlets a bit crispy, so I've added a half teaspoon oil extra than 1 teaspoon. So here we go, and the cutlets I have made, I'm gonna keep that right here one by one. Yes, we are almost on the end of the recipe. So yeah, here we go, our cutlets. So now I'll flip this later. After I'm gonna cook this for one side by around 1.5 minutes like that. I'm gonna cook it in a medium flame. So yeah. So guys, here we go, our chaat is ready. I have sprinkled some chaat masala and some red chili powder on the top, and here it's ready to eat. So this is a very healthy recipe and a very tasty recipe. You can also make chaat from this. You can also place it in between of your burger for a healthy patty. And I suggest that never deep fry it, because when you deep fry that, that will become like unhealthy, it will become oily. So I prefer to fry it in tawa. So here we go, rich in protein, rich in fiber, rich in good fats, so rich in carbohydrates. So this is our cutlets.